going on, everybody? Welcome back, dudes who bet daily. Look, it's Aaron. No, just kidding. It's Dr. Tang. We got a special guest here. Aaron driving to Arkansas to head to Hot Springs to Oaklawn. So we figured, hey, why not bring in the doc? People asking for his picks anyway. So he is joining us live from what hospital are you in right now?
I'm just in my private practice office.
There we go. Can't even tell us where he is. I love it. All right, so Dr. Tang joining us for the show here. Papa Dude, I know you're excited. You've been all about the doc conversation. Oh, yeah. So looking forward to his college basketball picks, but we're going to start off with Doc's strong suit here. Let's head to the ice. We got the Wild plus 175 heading in to take on the Leafs. Total sitting at 6 up there in Toronto. Magic, we'll start with you since you're wearing a hockey jersey. Who do you like?
Oh, I like the Red Wings. Is that what you meant? Oh, you meant for this game? Oh, I love Toronto here. I think they destroy Minnesota. I think this is an easy game if you want to play the what is the puck line? Do you know what that is?
-1.5.
Just -1 right now. Wow. Definitely take Toronto. Yeah, I think Toronto. I don't think this is really that close. I think this is like a 4-0, 5-0, 5-1 kind of a game here, Mike.
Yeah, Magic. The Wild played last night, so this is the second night back-to-back, headed to the road. Tough spot for the Wild here. Give me the Leafs minus the 1.5 as well. I agree with Magic. I think the Leafs take care of business tonight. Papa Dude, who do you like?
Man, I'm in the wrong spot. I'm usually down below here. I'm struggling with this being up on top. There we go. That's where I belong. So I like the Leafs too. I'm not high on the Wild like Aaron is. I like the Leafs. Might go over too. Toronto can flat score. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Toronto down the stretch, because I think the last time I looked, guess who they played? I think they played Tampa Bay maybe first, like they did last year. Or it's right in there again. And Toronto can't get out of the first round. And wouldn't you like to have to play them again? Would that not be fun? But I like Toronto tonight.
This is a lot better Toronto team. I love the Ryan O'Reilly trade for him. Gives them a little more seniority in that locker room. Someone with playoff experience. Be interesting to see what else they do headed toward the deadline. Doc, we got 3 Torontos. You sleeping it here 4 for 4?
You might as well. I don't know. I mean,
this is why we brought him on, baby.
I'm Chinese and I live on the West Coast. I don't know anything about hockey.
That's well put. All right, let's go to one more hockey game before we jump into the hardwood. We got the Avalanche -110 headed in to take on the Jets -110 as well. Total at 5.5. And Doc, you actually like someone in this game after that wonderful analysis of the last.
I do. I like the Jets tonight.
All right.
The reason
That's it.
First, I like the Jets. Actually, some little birdie told me there was some sharp money on the Jets this morning. So that's my thing. I don't know anything about the stats. I don't know who's the records or anything, but it's the Jets because some sharp money is pounding it this morning.
Last time Doc told us about sharp money in hockey, it was the Oilers taking on the Avalanche. And I got multiple texts during that game from Doc about how well the Oilers were doing. The Avs won in overtime. They're going to do it again. Give me the Avs -110. Magic, who you got? Magic's frozen because it's raining in L.A. Papa Dude, who do you like?
So what do we got? We got Jets. You take the Avs.
Give me the Avs, yeah.
I'm going the Jets also. I'm not sure Colorado's going to get going. I've been waiting on them. They were lucky to beat the Oilers the other night. I'm going Jets at home tonight.
All right, we got Magic back. It's amazing what rain in LA does to his
internet.
He's frozen. He's frozen again. That's actually a good frozen pause. So we're going to leave him in the screen here. All right, you're back again. Who do you like, Magic?
Jets. Jets. Actually, I like the under here. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Hellebuck and Georgiev will be very strong in net, so I take the under.
This is my first period underplay of the day as well. I think this one's a good one to keep low in the first period. Should be a tight checking game, close game. Both these teams want to get the win. All right, let's head over to the hardwood here. We've got the Heat heading in to take on the Bucks -1.5. Total sitting at 219. Papa Dude, I'll let you start because I know you're going to pick the Bucks.
Well, this was going to be my best bet of the day, but we're not sure if Giannis is going to play. And that's why that line's 1.5, I think. If he doesn't play, the Heat are tough enough to go in there and win that. So I don't like to bet NBA when I don't know whether the star player is going to play for the other team. He did not play the last game of before the break. He has a wrist injury. Very questionable about the night. I could see them holding him out again. So that's why I didn't take the Bucks. If he plays, I think it's a slam dunk. They win. So I don't really know how to bet this. If he doesn't play, they still might win. I don't know. So I guess I'm taking the Bucks, but I wouldn't bet anything till I find out what Giannis is going to do. And also that 219 is a little bit low, I think, for an NBA game. What do you think?
I didn't want to touch the total here. I did bet a half unit on the Bucks already, with the idea that even with Giannis out, I think the Bucks should be slightly favored. If he comes back, I get a great line. So I figured I'd play a half unit there. If then he's announced back and I can get the 1.5, I'll bet it for the full unit. Yeah. But I treaded lightly here on the Bucks. So I think that's the right side. Magic, who do you like here?
I like the Bucks still. When Giannis went down after a few minutes into their last game before the All-Star break, Brook Lopez stepped up, 33 points. I didn't even realize Brook Lopez is still in the NBA. Drew Holiday, Javon Carter. They had enough guys that showed up with enough offense to still get the job. I know it was the Chicago Bulls. The Heat are going to be a much tougher team, but I think it's close. I think the Bucks still pull it off.
Dr. Tang?
I think Giannis being out is already built into this line. So, I mean, I still think that without Giannis, the Bucks, I think the Bucks are the way to go.
All right, so we got $4. We're going to sweep it there. Let's head over to college hoops. We'll kick it off here with Marshall -3.5 heading into Old Dominion. Total sitting at 149.5. Dr. Tang, you want to lead us off here?
ODU all the way, getting points at home. This is my second best bet. There was some sharp money already on that. This line was at 4 and it got bet down to 3.5. So that's where the line is going, and the sharps are on it, and that's why it's now at 3.5. So I would catch it now before it goes down to 3.
Yeah, I like ODU here as well at home. This is a big game for Old Dominion. 18-11, 10-7 in the Sun Belt. They need this one to stay out of that first round in the Sun Belt tournament. So I'll take ODU as well, plus the 3.5. Magic, who do you like?
You hear that sound out there? That's not the sound of rain. That's the sound of the thundering herd. Give me Marshall on the road, -3.5. They've won 5 of their last 6 road games. They don't care who's at home, who's on the road. No, Marshall's going to come in there and beat them down. Go Marshall.
Papa Dude.
This is a huge game in the Sun Belt Conference. Marshall is tied with another team we'll talk about here in a little bit, Southern Mississippi, for the top spot. This is the last regular season game in this conference. Their tournament starts on Tuesday, and this conference is nails. It is a tough league. I don't think they're going to get 2 teams into the tournament. They should. Marshall's 23-6. Southern Miss is the other team that's 24-6. Old Dominion, what are they? 19-10, I think, something like that. And there's, I think Louisiana's in that league too. I mean, this league is nails. This is going to be a tough one. Marshall has played extremely well, as Magic said, on the road. I went round and round and round on this today. When I got up early this morning, I got 5 on Old Dominion. I didn't bet it. I wished I had. About 3.5 scares me a little bit. Magic, I'm going with you. Let's go, Marshall.
Unbelievable.
Woo.
Let them
sprinkle some of that on that money line for ODU. Just sprinkle it.
There we go.
Power bottoms.
Oh, jeez. We do know Papa Dude likes being on the bottom. We learned that earlier in the show. All right, let's go to...
At my age, for sure. Yeah, that's the way to go when you get this age. If you can find somebody that'll compliment you.
Let's head out to Fresno State here. We've got Nevada -3 taking on Fresno State. Total sitting at 129 in this spot. I picked this game because I rarely say this, but give me the road team with the short favorite. I think Nevada is way better. Beat them by 11 2 games before. Nevada needs this one in conference. I'll lay the 3 with Nevada here. Magic, I see you shaking your head. Give me some stats.
I still can't get over what just happened.
I'm just letting it go.
Mike started. I did not start that.
You can watch. There's 3 reasons to watch Who Bet Daily. 1, it's if you're betting sports. 2, if you just want to have a little fun in the morning or early afternoon. 3, life advice from Papa Dude. You always get all 3 every Wednesday through Sunday right here. I'm going to go with Nevada as well. They're doing pretty well. They're very strong against the spread in a lot of spots like this. If you want to stat, Mike, they're 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 against a team with a winning percentage below 40%, which is where Fresno State's at right now. So I'll take Nevada here on the road. I know yesterday I kept hyping up the home dogs on college basketball, but today's not that day.
Dr. Tang.
Ugh.
He wants to take Fresno State. So
I've got to take Fresno. This goes against everything of my betting principles. home dog only getting 3, losing to Nevada last time by 11 at Nevada, and you're only getting 3. Something's very fishy here. And they just beat Air Force at Air Force by 5, so they may be heating up or something's going on. But yeah, the records don't justify why this is only a 3-point game at home. So I've got to go with the Bulldogs.
There you go. All right, Papa Dude, who you like?
I like the reasoning. I do. Here's why I might go with the Bulldogs. This is a pressure-packed game for Nevada. The Mountain West right now is going to get at least 3 teams in. Nevada's one of them that's fighting for those 3. San Diego State's a lock. They're in. The others are Nevada, Boise State, and I think Utah State's involved, maybe another one. So this is a big game, tough place to play. Fresno State's a tough place to play. Pressure's on Nevada. I'm going to stick with them because it's just 3. So I think they pull it out, but I think this is going to be a nail-biter down to the end.
This should be a fun game. This is going to be one of those that I'm going to have on the TV here late on the West Coast. Should be a good one in that spot. All right, before we move on, we got one best bet here coming in that I wanted to pull up real quick. We got Curtis jumping off the top rope saying, hammer Jake Paul, minus 160. He's in Saudi as well. We got Michael talking about the Saudi pick 6. Make sure you get up early for that card tomorrow. Got the Saudi Cup as well as the 3-year-olds going there in the Saudi Derby. So you got a bunch of racing action coming from overseas tomorrow as well. Let's jump into the race of the day here. We're going to head to Oaklawn for this one. We're going to look at Oaklawn, race number 8 here. This is a $104,000 N2L allowance. And look who showed up, Magic. It's Mahamo in the one spot.
You picked this because of that horse.
Favorite to bet against. Who do you like in this spot, Magic?
You did that on purpose. I can't believe it. I saw that and I was like, at post 1, first horse I looked at Mahamo, I was like, Mike, and he's a favorite. Of course we're playing against him. I'm going to go all the way. Hope this doesn't hurt me too much. I'm going to go all the way to the outside. Number 8, 10 gauge. It is sloppy, and they're going 2 turns at Oaklawn Park. You've got a son of gun runner out of an Empire Maker mare. This horse is bred to love the slop and going 2 turns. Did a great job, over this course and distance last time out with Keith Asmussen in the saddle. He returns here. Looked a little rusty, looked a little unsure of himself at times, but man, he looks so good. I am worried about the 2 Film Star going gate to wire, but I'm not sure that the horse is necessarily able to handle the distance. I'm going to go 8-2 for an exacta here.
Yeah, Mahamo, the joke here, runs second 4 times in a row now. Won his maiden with a 99 buyer at Belmont, and it was a fade race on the Magic Mike show for literally 6 months because no one out of that race could win, and all of them got massive buyers and were bet way off the board outside of it. I'm going to go to the 7 horse here. Give me efficiency for Jerry Hollendorfer. I think this horse is able to go gate to wire here in this spot. Ran okay last time. That was the second time out for the Hollendorfer barn, first time on an off turf. I think he's going to come back and run well again here. So give me the 7 efficiency to take him gate to wire. Dr. Tang, who do you like here?
Give me Ben Diesel, the 5. Yes. Lucas is not great, but I think you're going to get a speed duel probably from the 3 Summer in Malibu and Film Star, and then Ben Diesel can sit right off and then blow him on by.
Papa Dude, who you got?
Very good analysis there, for sure. Well, I wrote down 1, 2, 4, 7, and 8. I didn't write down the 5. Not necessarily in that order, because I don't bet Lucas too much. I think if Film Star can get out on the lead, he may be hard to catch. But I didn't know the story on the 1. See, I didn't know this story. I just saw the 4 straight seconds. He's almost won 3 of those races. Magic, you're shaking your head. Do you own part of this horse, or?
No, Bahamas. It's a thing that Mike and I have talked about for, it feels like years on the Magic Mike show. So every time he races, we seem to cover it.
There's just classic
finish second.
He loves to take money, and he loves to not win. That's what Mahamo likes to do.
He loves to finish second.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not taking him too. I'm going to go with Magic. I hate to do it, but I'm going to go with 10 gauge as well. I've got him on top, but I do have the 1 second because that's where he finishes. And I go with the 2 on third. So I'm going 8, 1, 2.
So a little all over the place here. Give Magic. Magic, who'd you take?
The 8, 10 gauge.
Magic on the 8, Papa Dude on the 8. Give me the 7 efficiency. Dr. Tang taking the 5. Ben Diesel. All right, let's jump into the best bets real quick, and then we'll take off here. Aaron mailed one in here. He's going to go to Oaklawn, race number 3, horse number 5, 9 to 5 on the morning line. This horse should crush. It's for Broberg. I don't know if we're going to get 9 to 5, so we'll see if we're able to stay over that even money because this should be a very heavy favorite in this spot. But that's Aaron's best bet of the day. All right, Magic, tell us about this old Magic Mike horse here.
You got to turn the old belt around so we can see him. Doppelganger, baby. All right, here's the thing. You don't usually take a Baffert horse when it moves to a new trainer unless you're sending that horse to the Queen of Maryland, Brittany Russell. She is unbelievable with horses in especially in the Laurel Park circuit. Doppelganger, first start for Brittany Russell, first start since December. Goes out there, runs since July. I'm sorry, goes out and runs an absolute banger, going a mile and a 16th. That's 2 turns. We are cutting back to a mile. I think this horse will be perfectly fine doing so. He needs to not be so far behind early. You know, he was 9.5 lengths back at the half mile call. Don't do that this time. Be a little more into, a little more invested. But he was gone for 200 days. That one. I think he's going to sit a great stalking trip. The 1, the 2, the 5 should all go out. Blitz for a little bit there. The one concern, the 6 Shafts Bullet, and this is why we're going to get 8 to 5, a good price on this horse. Shafts Bullet is a nose away from 3 starts, but he's also 2 necks away from being a maiden in 3 starts. So the horse likes a battle. I think Doppelganger is going to win this one by open lanes.
Michael Myers also dropping in some knowledge there, some life advice here. Nothing wrong with finishing second. All right, let's head over. I'll do my best bet here. I like Magic just freezing in these random times right now. Give me the Hurricanes minus a goal and a half. Ottawa Senators coming in to take on Carolina. Ottawa sucks on the road. Carolina very good at home. Hurricanes are playing well right now. Need this game. Minus 105 for the minus goal and a half. So give me the Carolina Hurricanes laying a goal and a half tonight at a short number. All right, Dr. Chang, best bet. Where you going?
Seton Hall plus 1.5. Sprinkle some on the money line. I mean, this is one of usually my go-tos. Unranked team at home, getting points less than 3. Last time they were at Xavier and they only lost by 3. Now they're at home, only getting 1.5. Something's fishy about this line. So far, I see a lot of public money already on Xavier. So this is usually my go-to bets. Unranked teams at home against a ranked team with a short line.
Papa Dude, I know you like Seton Hall here as well.
Well, yes and no. No, I picked Xavier, but I'm going to change it because he talked me into it as usual. By the way, last night, Dr. Tang's best bet was Tarleton. And
yes, Tarleton
a
State.
lot of you never heard of Tarleton. You probably never heard of Utah Valley either. But Utah Valley was, what are they, 22-7, 23-7, and Tarleton beat the crap out of them. Another Dr. Tang special coming out of nowhere. I have to mention that. It was a great pick. Pick. I think Dr. Tang has convinced me. The thing with Xavier, they should not be the 16th ranked team in the country. They're not that good. And I think on the road, they're really not that good. So I did think about this game a lot. So I'm going to go back and change that on my daily picks I make every day. I like the bet.
I lean Seton Hall here. I like the under in this game. Xavier is a high-paced offensive team, averaging 81 a game, giving up 76. Seton Hall plays both in the 60s. Generally, when the home team is the slow team, they control the pace. The total sitting at 142 is really high for a Seton Hall home game. So I played the under here in this game, but I would lean towards Seton Hall as well. All right, Papa Dude, close us out with your best bet here.
Well, anybody that watches the show every day is probably thinking, what in the hell is he doing? Because I'm going back to the team that made me so damn mad. Which there's 2 things here. Number 1, there's not a lot to bet today. And number 2, I'm just going to go back. One of the reasons is Dr. Tang picked this team's opponent a few nights ago, and they did not come through for him at all. So they're not very good. Southern Miss needs to win tonight. They clinch a tie, at least a tie. If Marshall loses, Southern Miss wins the regular season Sun Belt Conference Championship. which I don't know if that means anything. It should. Because the problem with these smaller conferences, they got to win the conference tournament championship to get in. And so it kind of takes away a little bit something because, in my opinion, as a coach and everything, winning the regular season is a hell of a lot more of an accomplishment than winning 3 games in a tournament. So to me, there needs to be some changes in this. But anyway, that's beside the point. We're getting just 2 points. Just 2 points is all. Texas State is not very good. Southern Miss has got to be focused for this game. They've got to be ready. I'm thinking they got their choke out of the way, and they're going to come in and win. Texas State's lost 7 out of 9. What do they got to play for? Not much. They got to play better than they did the other night in South Alabama. Southern Miss does. I'm going Southern Miss -2 to redeem themselves here in the Halterman household.
Now, one thing I do want to mention about this game with Texas State and the Nevada-Fresno State game we mentioned, at this time of the year, be very aware the last game of the year at home for a team because it's senior night. Yeah. And so sometimes you see these better efforts on senior night than you do the rest of the year because you have the parents from all the teams there, the families from all the teams there, the crowd all comes out for it. Senior night crowds can be dangerous for road teams, and that's the case here. Southern Miss headed into Texas State. It's going to be senior night there. Nevada heading into Fresno State will be senior night in Fresno State as well. That's why these lines are a little shorter for these last games because you do have a bigger home court advantage. So make sure you tread lightly when you're looking at that. Although I agree with you, Papa Dude. Southern Miss should get the job done tonight.
One thing about senior night, there might be seniors on the team the rest of the guys don't like, so they don't give a shit.
I like it. That's why we need to connect with these equipment managers all over the country, right? If any equipment managers out there are watching, drop me a DM on Twitter. We'll start texting back and forth. Give me some information. We're good to go.
That is a good idea. Yeah, because they know everything.
I had a buddy in Vegas who had every single manager for those teams in the WCC on the payroll, and that's how he was able to beat that conference betting basketball. It was phenomenal. He was so pissed when they would graduate, when the equipment managers would graduate, because he'd lose his connection. All right, let's go into the best bets for the day here. Then we'll take off. Aaron, go to Oaklawn, race number 3, horse number 5, 9-5 on the morning line. Papa Dude, Southern Miss -2. I'm going to lay a 1.5 with the Hurricanes -105. Dr. Tang, Seton Hall plus the 1.5 taken on Xavier. Magic taking Doppelganger. Laurel, race number 5, number 3, 8-5 on the morning line. Dr. Tang, thank you very much for joining us here, filling in for Aaron. Appreciate having you. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place, probably a different lineup, but we'll be back for it. Good luck with all of your bets today. We'll see you tomorrow.